So we are on what is part 1 of the 2nd episode of Winner Stays On, and you are joining us down at my Challenger's chosen venue, which is Blind Lane in Chelmsford. Now we put it to the team, obviously after I beat old B-Roll, and it was pretty much unanimous. 85% of the vote was for me to go up against Scotty Larman. So we've got him here today, Mr. Larman. Sweet, son?
Sweet.
Ready for it?
I'm well ready, mate.
Yeah,
well ready.
Well ready.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone, by the way, yeah.
I'm not sure what they was trying to do by picking Scotty, but do you know what? Clash of the Titans today, and got a good feeling about it. So we're at Blind Lane, like I mentioned, and to be fair with you, we're both going in completely and utterly blind.
Well, I am.
Blinders.
I am. This is in your manner, so I don't know about you, but I'm totally blind, totally, mate.
We're both blind. We hadn't even seen the lake until we just did a lap now. So we've picked 2 swims. We're going to barrow up the gear around there. We'll do a little swim draw, and then we'll get straight to it because, yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of action today. I've got a good feeling about it. That little laugh. This is light. I don't think there's any point in wasting much time, so should we just go old school, rock, paper, scissors? Yeah, on 3?
Yeah.
Go. Rock, paper, scissors.
Go again.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh,
is it best of 3, is it?
Yeah, that's it. No, that's it.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yeah, that's it. I'm in here. So after the walk round this morning, I really did fancy this zone down here. The wind's pumping down, got a nice reed bed along it. A little bit of a deeper bowl according to Matey that we spoke to this morning. Having just come off the back of the win, that I'm going to take that win over Scotty already with the Winner Stays On, rock, paper, scissors. But I am seeing a lot of action up this end of the lake. I really, I'm in 2 minds right now. I'm in 2 minds, but I've got to make a call. So out of the 2 that we've bucketed, which is 4 and 5, I think. No, I think I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm going in the corner. I'm going in the corner. So I'm gonna have 5, and I think Scotty going 4. That's a big mistake because I've seen 2 there now. I don't know why I've done that. I don't know why I've done that.
I'm in peg 4. I lost the rock, paper, scissors. To be honest, I wanted to go where Lee was, where Lee is, should I say. He's got more options. It looks like a little bit better water. But I'm happy now because I just spoke to one of the chaps who was just leaving. He had 5 last night off the far margin. Not in this swim, a bit further up, but I think I've done all right out of this, to be fair. It'll be a solid bag over to the far margin, and we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, I think I'm on to a winner. That's what's going out, look. So they're like, I'm not condoning this, but I'm just making a point, is them rigs are from 2 weeks ago.
Rolling around in your bag?
Rolling around in the side of my barrow bag, wrapped around some Jag Buzz bars.
They're actually picture.
I know. I'm going to prove a point. I'm using one of them rigs today and still going to win.
I'm still going to win. Scott, won't be needing that today, mate.
Just in case, I'm going to, it's for you, it's for you.
Yeah. Tactics wise, to be honest with you, there's about 200 odd fish in here, so I'm going to keep it nice and simple, real quick, easy to turn around. I'm going little PBA bags. I'll probably go with the mediums, fast melt still because water temperatures are still below double figures. I'm just going to put little 15mm wafters on, trim them down into some odd shaped barrels. Got the mainline spot and pellet PVA mix. A little bit of goo injected into the bags. Nothing groundbreaking or revolutionary at all. Little tubing systems, 1.5 ounce sleds, tiny little short section of bareback, couple of slugs, anchor tungsten kicker, barbless size 6 grabber. Whenever you ever see me using size 6s, it's always a 4 or a 2. So yeah, scale it down, nice and simple. And then just a few boilie over the top of the bag. We'll just start with that, and we'll see if we need to panic or not.
So, it's actually quite tricky fishing this distance. I think I'm only 7 wraps. It's like canal-shaped lake, if you like. Well, part of this section of the lake, it is an island over here. So we're fishing up to the far margin. I'm fishing 7 wraps. It's pretty difficult, to be honest. I'm used to fishing like 20-acre pit, you know. I mean, a couple of my other syndicates are small, but yeah, it's a bit tricky, but we'll get there.
I've moved these distance sticks 2 foot shorter. That'll teach him, won't it? Well, I'll get the kettle on, mush, we'll tell you. So obviously, like I mentioned earlier, the approach for today is obviously solid bags, but I do like to sprinkle a few boilies over the top with a catapult. Now, I've just got back from Brambleme. I've actually been there since Monday. I got back late last night, and obviously these bags of boilies, freezer bait, have been open all week, and obviously a couple of days before that session. As you can see, the sugars are starting to come out of the baits. So if you're a freezer bag user, or freezer bait user rather, and you start to see your bait turning like this is, in actual fact, in my opinion, probably the best time to use it. This is the bait releasing the sugars, the bait's active, and this is when it's at its most attractive. I like it to go a little bit further than this in actual fact. I tend to leave them in the van on purpose, and you get like a sticky glaze on them. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The bait's working. So yeah, nice little tip there. If you see it start going white, don't panic. In actual fact, get out fishing because it's the best time to use it.
I don't know what happened. It must come out the clip. It's in the tree.
He's wrapping up here. 2 foot shorter than he thinks. This one definitely won't go in the tree.
No, it's not. It come out the clip. Right, let's start again. We'll get the other one out, shall we? Can you believe that? I tell you what, I'm glad it's a solid bag because we wouldn't have got it back otherwise, would we?
He's going to be so confused when this one lands really short. Like really short. Over 10 wraps, that's about a rod length and a half short. Oh, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? At least he'll find the funny side in it.
Right, let's double check this one.
What happened there?
I don't know. I'm having a bit of a nightmare, aren't I? I don't know what's happening, to be honest.
He's so confused. So that's 2 rods on the money. I'll spray a little boilie over this, and then I feel like I have to go around to Scotty and come clean. Just for the record, I don't know what happened the first time round because I moved it after he clipped up, but yeah, I feel like I need to go and tell him because it's not really fair, is it? Before he gets his rods out, we'll come clean. Might have to come clean, mate, to be fair.
What's that?
Check your wrap sticks distance.
Are you joking?
About 10 foot, not 12.
Are they? Did you move them?
After you clipped up. I don't know what happened the first time, but I took a 2 foot close.
Right, okay. Right.
I've got to come clean before you actually start putting them out. So.
Yeah, okay. Right, that's what the problem was when I cast.
The second time it was really short.
Yeah.
You lost 2 foot of wrap, so over 10 wraps, that's like a rod.
Okay. Right, thanks for that.
So you're not going mad?
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I did wonder. Are you out?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm going to quickly make this bag and then I'll put the other rod out.
Yeah, man.
That one should be all right because that was clipped up before you messed with them.
You was both clipped before I messed them, yeah, and I made them shorter, not longer, because I thought if I make them longer, you're going in a tree, so
right, okay.
I thought I'd make them shorter, but yeah.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Even playing fields and all that.
Appreciate that.
That's
yeah,
right.
You need all the help you're going to get anyway. So. Mr. England has decided that he needs to use ungentlemanly conduct to get the upper hand on me. It's going to be even worse for him when I win, isn't it?
It's a 2 leg, mate. It's not a marathon, it's a sprint.
Right, I need to count.
2, 3, 6, 1, 5, 8, 10 foots, 3 foot 4, 7s.
No, I've lost it. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. At one point we was in tandem, but then you chucked a 6 in there. It's just like the 6 just done me, mate.
Welcome to Winner Stays On.
I'm actually still, I'm clipped up to where I think I should be fishing, but I'm still a bit worried. I'm a bit lost with where I'm fishing now.
I think I've helped him out,
That's
actually.
the one. That's it, that's where it was before.
With the rods finally out on both sides, I was hoping the action would be as prolific as the banter. However, the morning passed with just the odd liner to give us hope. There was still a chill in the air, but as the sun broke I noticed a couple of fish up to Scotty's right. With just a day for each leg, I wasn't wasting no time in moving on to them.
So we're now in what is peg 2. These reeds here, literally rod length out. There's one tucked straight in them. I've seen in this sort of slack water probably 2, 3 milling around. So I've got a bag tied up, and to be fair with you, there's 2 out on this corner that I can see, just under the surface. So I'm literally going to go a one and done, got no wraps, nothing. Bag over there towards that willow. Got a little bit of goo injected into the bag, so hopefully that'll cloud up. And then I'm going to make my mind up here whether I go for a zig or I do drop one down on these reeds. But as of yet, I can't see him anymore. And there's 2 out there, and I think he might have gone that way. So get this out. One and done, hopefully not in the tree.
With my second rod flicked off of a reed bed I'd seen a fish in, it was back to the waiting game. And whilst I made a bruise, Scotty also had a recast, this time opting to use a hinge rig to see if a blatant pop-up would be the way to go.
When the wind drops off like this end looks lovely, and when the sun's out it's a lot warmer, but as soon as I put the rods in the water they tended to just drift off. Maybe they've dropped down a little bit, but can't see them obviously with a blue dye. I got up the tree, couldn't see nothing. Saw one go over a little bit further up the island under another hanging willow, so I've jacked the bag in. It's probably been on the reeds for about 45 minutes. Pulled that in, redone it, straight back out onto that show. And yeah, other than that, it's a little bit difficult. There's loads of places for them to go. There's sort of 3 channels. Obviously, we can't fish that side because there's anglers there. There's an angler on this end that's sort of fishing into that last back bay. And like I say, there's a lot of places for them to go. There's not really an awful lot we can do along this bank other than sort of chuck a shows. So yeah, right now, I think we're both scratching a little bit. Scotty's redone them, he's stuck an hinge out and another bag. I'm dropping bags on shows. And yeah, I think we're just gonna have to carry on like that. But it's probably coming up to about 2 o'clock now, I would have thought. I ain't got my phone on me, I think it's around about 2. So we've got a few hours. They are active, so they've got to eat. Let's hope when they do decide to eat, it's on one of our bags or hinges and not one of the other anglers on the other side.
Time was running out fast. With just over an hour to go, I once again loaded up the barrow and up sticks, moving round to the furthest secluded corner of the lake. And again I'd seen fish here with fizzing and one showing just as I arrived into the swim with the barra. I proceeded to tie up 2 solid bags and flick them out into the rings. The remaining hour was really frustrating, watching the line twitch, liner after liner, my heart racing every time hoping for a bite. Eventually it got to the point where we needed to reel in, so on to the second leg it was.
Mate,
We're making a habit out of this, aren't we?
it's getting a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
I seriously think though, like next round, you're going to have to actually move.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, I couldn't really move anywhere, could I?
Mate, it was sewn
Could I
up.
move?
The whole other side of the lake
I
sewn
couldn't
up.
move. To be fair, where I was fishing from, I was sort of covering 4 swims.
Yeah.
Because I had one where you was, and I had one up to, well, 3 swims I was covering. But
Yeah. Mate, they was in that back bay.
Yeah.
Line was twitching, fizzing, rolling. Should have been there from the start.
and in the end,
but
I was desperately chucking a hinge around to everything. I thought, quite, that looks like a bit of butt fizzing. You know, desperate needs.
desperate.
But yeah,
Look, we tried everything. Every swim we've been on fish.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen. So,
Typical spring, small windows of opportunity, and if you're not here when that little window's open, there's
game
no opportunity. That's typical spring, isn't it?
on to round 2.
Yeah, mate, yeah. It's all to play for, isn't it?
See you next time.
Yeah, mate.
So straight down to business, it is the second leg and we are at my chosen venue, which is the Crow's Nest under the Crowsey Fisheries banner. Some of you may recognise the scenery behind us or of the lake. It was called Niff's Pool back in the day. So I do have a little bit of an edge over Scotty, although it was 10 years ago. I used to fish here. I have got a grasp on the topography of the place, but having said that, it was 10 years ago. Yeah, basically got here early doors this morning, about 6 o'clock. Stood here for an hour with Scott and we see a couple of fish, so it was absolutely chucking it down. So we just flicked some rods out, but I think now the rain's gone and passed, I think it's time to get sorted, mate, and get fishing.
Yeah, there's plenty of fish around, isn't there?
We've seen a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
it's now or never, mate. We're gonna have to make it happen.
It's got to happen today.
Yes.
That's it, isn't it? This is
That's
the
it.
end.
Game over, mate. Yeah. Last leg. So.
Yeah. Let's do it, mate.
So it's action stations. Ricky, one of the owners from Crow's Heath's, just turned up, and after a little chat with him, it does appear that we got it completely wrong this morning. Obviously, getting here in torrential rain, just done what we normally do. See fish, looked a bit ziggy, so I put a zig out and I put a couple of rods on the back margin, a couple of scoops of bait over the top in some likely looking zones. But having a chat with Ricky, I definitely got it completely wrong. So complete change up now, tying up some fresh rigs, 35-pound jelly wire soft, little size 6 grabbers, and I'm going to go on some tiny little wafter dumbbell hook baits, little mesh bags of pellet. That appears to be the going tactic on here. Usually I don't tend to follow advice, but with this session being the last leg and us up against it, I think on this occasion I'm definitely going to take it. So thanks for the heads up, Rick. So yeah, last rig just tied up now, just got to get hook bait on, and then I'm going to jack these rods in, get them into the likely looking zones, and we will see if we can make it happen today.
The day's getting away from us. It's 1:30, and it's been well, it's been dead since about 11 o'clock. We saw so many fish between 7 and 11, and it just went bing, and it's gone. So I need to change something up, and I'll be honest, I don't know what I need to change, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to start with a solid bag. Actually, there was a fish just there. I'm going to redo the solid bag. The problem we've got on here is it's very shallow, and the bird life is, don't know if you can hear them around me, they're everywhere. And I'm getting picked up left, right and centre, and they're swimming through the lines. So I think I'm probably fishing singles out there now, to be fair. So I think all we can really do at the minute is just keep refreshing the rigs, keep moving them about, and hopefully one of us, me or Lee, hopefully me, you know, we'll get a bite at some point. But obviously we're up against it. We've only got days only. So yeah, I think that's the only option for me.
As Scotty was chopping and changing with the solid bags, trying his best to make something happen down his end of the lake, I myself was having a bit of a rethink too, rummaging through the rucksack, and I stumbled across the old Dissolver mesh systems. Now, opting to go for the tried and tested mesh pellet bags, I deployed these on a few rods, simply hooking them onto the side with a double cool German rigs and casting them at fizzers as soon as I see it. Whether it was the change in tactics, constant tweaking, or maybe just a little bit of luck, it didn't take long for the left-hander to ramp off.
Brad! We have had to seriously work for it today. Constantly dotting rods around, little mesh bags of pellet. And I actually took a leaf out of Scotty Larman's books and went for the double plastic cone. And he's not going to be happy about it because that is the Scotty Larman rig. Also, oh no, it's a mirror. I thought it might have been a common. Oh. But we're into one. We just got to land it. It looked like it was livening up. Last hour or so, we've seen some fizzing. And yeah.
Do you want a hand net in it, mate?
No.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll, not that I don't trust you or anything, Scott, but no, it has been a real graft today. Come on, you're done. You're done.
That's ready.
Bottom lip, yes. Well, that is very, very welcome. And that has literally just, I think, popped out in the net. No, she ain't, she still hooked. She's still hooked. So, like I said to you earlier while I was playing it, the double cone, German, size 6 grabber. I'm literally going to clip her lead on, another bag, send her straight back out, she's good to go. Joys of the atomic hooks. Nice and easy. I ain't even got to change the hook bait either because it's plastic, so. Yeah, let's get this rod back out. We'll get this one weighed because I think there's going to be a few more in the next hour or so. It looks like it's livening up.
$16?
17 and a half. But there she is, 17 and a half pound. Not the biggest fish in the world at all by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a bite on a very hard day. We've got about an hour tops, so to snatch in front with 17 and a half pound, like I say, not the biggest fish in the world, and he could easily do me with one bite. So rod's back on the money. Literally grab one snap for Ricky, send her on her way. Hopefully we can get another one. So with 30 minutes left on the clock, it has been one of them days again for us, unfortunately. We have tried absolutely everything. We've been ringing changes all day, pinging bags left, right and centre. Scotty's had mesh bags out, he's had solid bags out, he's had hinges, he's had singles. Again, I've rung changes. I've gone from Ronnies to pop-ups to wafters to Germans. That bite came on the plastic cone, which was sort of my last ditch attempt. But yeah, it literally has just been a day of dropping rods in likely looking areas and on fizzers and in places we've seen fish show, and yeah, it really just hasn't happened for us today. So to nick that bite right at the end, it is a little bit bitter. I do feel a little bit bad on Scotty because, to be fair with you, it really didn't look like it was going to happen today. So we have just pulled it out of the bag. Like I say, we've got 30 minutes left, so literally slow pack up, finish this cup of tea, and yeah, I guess we'll catch up in the car park before we do the off. Fingers crossed. I mean, we have got half hour. It does look like it's getting to that stage, so who knows? We could have a couple more bites in it, but them's the breaks. That's fishing. That's day sessions. As we say on all of these, we are always up against it. So yeah, pleased to get one.
The last hour went as quick as it came, and after a slow pack down, it was time to call it a day and head back to the car park.
It's a wrap.
Yes.
I'd like to say the best man won, but I think it is literally just a bit of luck, mate, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, we was up against it anyway, straight away, because it is like, I'm not making excuses, but like we've got like 10 hours to sort of work out a lake that we've never been to before.
Yep.
Work out the habits, which generally you find out overnight.
Early hours.
Yeah, early hours, and then you get a gist of the sort of times that you need to be in certain areas, yeah? And I think we just clocked that then.
I reckon if we'd have had 2-3 more hours, I reckon if we'd have been here fishing at 6.
Yeah, definitely. So I reckon like 7 till 11 prime, which we will scout in the lake, sorting the bits out.
Yep.
Then it dies, and then at about 4 o'clock,
it's game on.
It's sort of boom.
Getting in there.
They slowly started creeping out, didn't they? And little bubblers, little vortexes, and then 6 o'clock or 5. I don't know what time you had your bite.
Yeah, 6 o'clock we had the bite, I reckon. Yeah. So I would say about 6:30.
It's prime time now.
7, 8, yeah. So unfortunately for us, we said 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'd have had another hour at Blind Lane, I might have nicked one and all. So
yeah,
I reckon, yeah, it is what it is. But bruv, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, mate.
As always.
Nice. I've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed having you too, mate.
I take defeat, you know, on the chin.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, well,
it's luck, isn't it? It is literally luck. So
it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I've enjoyed it. So
pleasure having you on, mate. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Who is next?